How do you ask for a raise at work if you need to get one from your boss? So I'll set out some very simple steps that anybody should be following that's interested in having a raise. So number one, of course, make sure you're not under any kind of discipline or having any kind of current problems at work, or you're gonna walk in there and get laughed at. So make sure that you're in good standing at work for at least the last 6 months before you try to go in for a raise and embarrass yourself. Number two, this is a habit that not only helps with raises, but also with annual reviews and promotions. Make sure you keep a folder in your email where you drag any kind of good client interaction, any customer interaction, anything from your boss or upper management where they give you any kind of a kudo or say you do a good job, put them in there. Also, keep a running document where you list out all of your wins throughout the year. And today's the 18th, so I'd say 10/18 helped land the symphony contract, 300,000 for the company, was critical in this role. That way, when you go to annual review, ask for a raise, look for a promotion within your company, anything that has to do with you moving up or getting more money along with more responsibility, then you have a running list of at least 10 things you can say, these are 10 things I killed it at in the last year, boss, that really I think will affect my raise, my promotion, my annual review. Any of that stuff is very important. So now, when you're going to ask for a raise, be cognizant of the fact that before you notify your boss in any fashion that you need to talk to them, that they might want to talk to you that moment. Because if you email them, you DM them, you call them, you're like, hey, I'd like to meet next Tuesday and talk about this, and be like, oh, I have time right now. That happens all the time. Or if they don't know what it's about and you won't tell them, they'll call you into their office right then. It happens more often than not. So be prepared once you notify them that it's going to be for that date. Don't send an innocuous meeting request and not be ready and be like, well, now I'm not ready. So even if you're going to send an email request for like the next week at Tuesday and you're just going to be like, need a one-on-one, your boss might get worried about that and want to pull you in right away, or it might come up in another meeting. It might even come up in front of other people. If it comes up in front of other people, be like, oh, hey, I need to do a one-on-one about that to follow up with you. So it's okay to just to push it, and then they'll probably call you in. But be ready at the moment that you notify them in any fashion that they're probably going to call the meeting right then and there. So have that list of 10 things that you did in the last year that was really critical to helping the company, print it off. If you don't even have 10 things, you haven't been there long enough, you're not likely to be able to go in and say, this is why I need or deserve a raise. So keeping track of your wins matters. Having good performance standing matters. Then you can go in and be like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Next thing that you really have to do, guys, is make sure that you actually know the number you're asking for. Don't go in and give your boss more work and be like, hey, I want more money. How much more money? You want another $1 an hour? Okay, there you go. Go back to work. Stop bothering me. So have a annual number. So if you're at 75,000, you're like, I really need to be at 80,000 because the market's gone way up. I really need to be at 85,000 because the market's gone up, whatever it is. Be prepared before you do this and know your own number. Also know that you need to shoot a little bit above your number, because if they counter, you may need to come down a little bit and meet in the middle, and you have to be happy with that. So let's say you're at 75,000, you ask them for 85,000, you know you'd be happy at 80,000 or 82.5. Know then in advance, if you're gonna argue for it, you can know where you're at. Also be cognizant of the fact that you might go in there and you might get the complete brush off, and they might say, well, your annual review is coming up, we'll look at it at this time. If they do that to you, say, I understand that. Please know that this is the expectation of what I'd be looking for within that annual review. And if we're going to wait till the annual review, that might be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months away. And I'm going to lose all the money between now and that date. And tell them that, and just sit there in that silence and look at them. Maybe like, well, maybe we can't do it until the annual review, whatever. But be like, I'm looking for a compensation adjustment now because the market is showing that I can make more, outside of this company, or I think this is what's deserved for my role, for the amount of work I'm putting in. I've taken this amount of responsibility, whatever it happens to be that you can justify. Don't do it in a threatening way, like, I can go outside and get more money, because then they'll say, okay, go outside and get more money. Bounce. And if that's not the case, that you're ready to do that minute, that day, don't put yourself in that predicament. So simply start with the fact that I'm looking for this because I think this is what's deserved for the amount of work that I'm doing. Now, they might come back and just say no. They might say, well, I pay you, this is what I pay you, this is what I can pay you. Then you have to make the decision on your own whether that's enough for you, whether you're willing to wait, whatever it is. But be prepared in advance. Have your wins written out, set the appointment, and then have the number that you're going to be asking for when you go in, and then also know what number you're really willing to settle for. That's the best way you can prepare for getting a raise. I hope this helped you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.